Welcome back again. My voice, now what? So, I'm back in my room again, out of the bathroom, but maybe when I do music again, I'll be back in there. So, today, I'm going to do another reading from the Dresden Files. Today's reading is going to be from an interesting conversation that takes place completely in Harry's mind from the book Deadbeat. Okay, I really like the moral quandary that comes out of this argument. We'll talk a little more about that when I'm done. Listen to me, he said, and his voice became sharp, commanding. Here's the cold truth. You are determined to take us into battle against forces you cannot possibly overcome through main strength. Not only that, but your source of assistance, the wardens, may also turn against you if they learn the truth about what you're attempting. You are wounded. You are out of contact with your other allies. It's the right thing to do, I said, setting my jaw. My double rolled his eyes. Tell me, is it morally necessary for you to die in the process? I glowered at him. This meeting is just a formality, you know. You are already planning on asking Lashl's shadow for her help. That's why you read through the book as you did before it was taken from you. You wanted it to go through your mind so that she could see it, and provide you with the text as she did for the summoning of the Earl King. I lifted a finger. I only did that in case I wasn't able to pry enough out of Gravane to figure out exactly what Kemmler's disciples are doing. My double arched a brow. How'd that work out for you? Don't be a wise ass, I said. The point is that you have little or no chance to prevail if you blindly rush in. You must know how they intend to manipulate these energies. You must know if there is a weak time or place at which to assault them. You must know the details of the Dark Hollow, or you might as well cut your own wrists. I don't have to, I told him. I could just sit and wait for the Earl King to come by. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, my double agreed. In addition, your body is in no condition to do anything at the moment. He leaned forward. Free her to help us. I inhaled slowly and stared at Lashel for a moment. Then I said, after I killed Justin and got my head together at Ebenezer's place, I promised myself something. I promised that I would live my life on my own terms, that I knew the difference between right and wrong, and that I wouldn't cross the line. I wouldn't allow myself to become like Justin DeMorn. Don't you want to survive? My double asked. I rose from the chair and started walking into the darkness outside the light. Of course I do, but some things are more important than survival. Yeah, my double said, like the people who are going to get killed when you die and don't stop Kemmler's disciples. I froze at the edge of the darkness. Take the high road if you want, my double said. Choose to walk away from this strength in the name of principle. But after your noble death, everyone you no longer protect, everyone you might one day have come to you for help, everyone who is killed in the aftermath of the Darkhold, every life you might have protected in the future will be on your head. I stared at the darkness and then closed my eyes. Regardless of where it came from, Lashel offers you the power of knowledge. If you turn aside from that power, power only you can take up, then you abandon your commitment to protect and defend those who are not strong enough to do it themselves. No, I said, this isn't my responsibility. Of course it is, my subconscious said, voice clear and sharp. You coward. I stopped and turned, staring at him. If you go to your death rather than do everything you might to prevent what is happening, You are merely committing suicide and trying to make yourself feel better about it. That is the act of a coward. It is beneath contempt. I went through the logic of his argument and didn't make any headway against it. Of course, while my double might look like another person, he wasn't. He was me. If I open this door now, I said slowly, I might not be able to close it again. Or you might, my double said. I have no intention of allowing her any control. So you will be the one who determines it. What if I can't contain her once she is freed? Why shouldn't you be able to? It's your mind, your will, your choice. You still believe in free will, do you not? It's dangerous, I said. Of course it is. And now you must choose. Will you face the danger, or will you run from it, and so condemn those who need your strength to their deaths? I stared at him for a minute, then looked at Lashel. She waited, her eyes steady, her expression calm. Can you do it? I asked her bluntly. Can you show me what was on those pages? Of course, she answered, her manner one of subservience, without a trace of resentment. I would be pleased to offer you whatever assistance you permit. She looked humble. She looked cooperative. But I knew better. The mere shadow of the fallen angel Lashel was a vital and powerful force. She might look humble and cooperative, but if that was her true nature, she wouldn't have fallen to begin with. I didn't think she was harboring murderous impulses or anything. My instincts told me that she was genuinely pleased to help me. Let me read that last line again. I didn't think she was harboring murderous impulses or anything. My instincts told me that she was genuinely pleased to help me. After all, that was the first step. She had patience. She could afford to wait. Dangerous indeed. Lashel represented nothing less than the intrinsic allure of power itself. I had never sought to become a wizard. Hell, a lot of the time I thought about how nice things would be if I hadn't been one. The power had been a birthright, and if it had grown since then, it had done so by the necessity of survival. But I'd tasted a darker side to the possession of power, the searing satisfaction of seeing an enemy fall to my strength, the lust to test myself against another, to challenge them and see who was the strongest, the mindless hunger for more that, if indulged, might never be slaked. One of the coldest, most evil souls I had ever encountered once told me that the reason I fought so hard to do what seemed right was that I was terrified to look within me and see the desire to cease the fight and do as I would, free of conscience or remorse. And now I could see he had been right. So, kind of a long passage today, but I mean, I really like this section. But I struggle with it every time I read it. He has access to power, to an ability to fight greater evil, but the power that he has access to is dark. It is evil. It's from a demon, essentially, in the context of the book. And the struggle of, can I control that? Is the danger worth the benefit that will come from it? It's a dangerous line we all toe. That's the danger of the free will. We have the choice to choose the right or choose the left, and sometimes the left seems to be what is the right. And I don't know. This one's a tough one. So I welcome any comments, thoughts, conversation from this passage. So, all right, that's my voice. Now what?